Welcome, Christian. So good to see you again. Tell me a little bit about what you guys are doing at Blockstar.
Sure. Blockstar, we're taking brands and helping them to connect with newer generation, Gen Z, millennials. And we do that by creating branded virtual goods and placing them inside video games so that user can actually buy them, use them. And then we can also program these virtual goods to incentivize spending on the physical products as well as consumer loyalty to increase customer lifetime value and reduce churn. So it's a new consumer engagement platform, and we're partnering with IBM blockchain for that. So it's very exciting opportunity.
And so tell me, how are you using the blockchain in Blockstar?
Yeah, sure. So we created the first non-fungible technology.
Okay.
It was first created by Dapper Labs a year and a half ago for CryptoKitties.
We had one of the guys from CryptoKitties.
Yeah. Very, very cool guys. I think they created something very, very great.
Yeah.
And so we realized that it was a great idea in terms of the technology they developed, like that is capable to create digital scarcity. And we saw that an opportunity to kind of create a new dimension of commerce for consumer brands, right? A new engagement model for consumer brands to buy unique assets. Think about Nike, a virtual shoe that you can use to dress your avatar. And that shoe can actually be smart, can be programmed to incentivize the buyer to stay loyal to the brand and to kind of have a new engagement experience with the brand itself for a more direct connection. And as talking to brands, big brands, we realize that they're currently struggling to connect with newer generations, like Gen Z and millennials. And most of these generations nowadays play video games or spend time in digital worlds. And so we realized it was a big opportunity, and we created the first NFT on IBM blockchain, Hyperledger. And so think of it as a scarcity engine. It's capable to basically assign a unique identifier to a good, virtual goods, and it cannot be copied. So that's it.
Fantastic. And so what do you see are the major challenges in scaling the blockchain? Because this is obviously the big obstacle that most people hit.
Yeah, sure. It's a great question. I think scalability is in the mind of a lot of people. I think that what's lacking is the infrastructure. Okay. And if you think about the scaling for the internet, didn't necessarily came from the adoption. The adoption came as a function of the infrastructure. Not a lot of people wanted to put their credit card information because it wasn't safe until we had the SSL protocol that was enacted. So the little golden knob at the very bottom of every website. So that's what enabled the scalability. So for me, I mean, there are three things that come before scalability that will enable eventually the scalability. Number one is security. Okay. So if you're familiar with the Maslow hierarchy of needs, right? The seven steps. The first is security. Yeah. If people feel safe, they're not going to get killed tomorrow. Yeah. Right? They're going to start engaging with the system. Yeah. And that's what it is for most people, is that if they keep hearing about exchanges getting hacked and here and there, they're not going to pay attention to it. And once you have a security protocol layer that covers A to Z, right, from exchanges to wallets all the way down to protocols, you start thinking about stability, right? And stability is very important in the sense that if you want to start spending cryptocurrencies, you need to do so in a way that is actually economical, meaning you can't pay a frappuccino with Bitcoin today for $5 and tomorrow is $50, right? Yeah. So you need to be able to kind of have a layer that allows for stability so you can actually make the purchases for everyday lives. Once you have safety, security, and that you have stability, you'll now get a mass market interest and adoption from the masses. And that's when scalability will become important, and there's going to be a lot more money put into the matter.
Right. So. Okay. That's really clear. Thanks for that explanation. Sure. And you've also told me about the antidotes, so that's great. Look, I'm really looking forward to the panel. I think it'll be fantastic. Some great talent on it tonight.
Sure, absolutely. Thanks for having me.